Alright, let's check for more fish recipes. Hey, hey, easy there, kitty. Yeah, up on it. The shrimp make a really good appetizer. Because they just like... They take like nothing to make. It's shrimp and peppers. And I think that's it. And it's like the only... One of the few things I have that uses a prep table. What am I shopping for? I'll take more lettuce. I'll take more onion. I'll take more potato. He is headbutting the mic. That's what my kitty does. I hope everyone can hear his meows coming through. Only chicken. Is it because you're never over here? Okay, hey, you're on this side now. And you're just selling eggs. Okay, cool. Sushi! And it takes crab meat. Crab sushi. It just looks like any other sushi. Crab meat, wild rice, seaweed. I think I have tons of those things. That makes me happy. Let me talk to the person in City Hall. Because I feel like she can do stuff for me. Span buildings. House or restaurant. 30 or 50. Like, I think I need to build a house. Sushi, right? And honestly, I love crab. Like, I would take that over fish on most days. Have you ever had a spider roll? Like, those are cool. Like, I'd heard of soft shell crabs before. And for some reason, I just, like, didn't believe it. I was like, how soft could they be? Like, maybe, like, leathery, but I didn't think you could just, like, straight up eat it. Like, what's the point, crab? Like, how did you evolve to be more edible? Eel sushi for you? I don't have anything against eel sushi. Is it, like, really that flavorful? Like, I feel like it tastes just kind of, like, salty. Like soy sauce. Maybe it was the soy sauce. You prefer sashimi and eel rice bento? I mean, sounds good to me. Okay, what am I doing? Do I have rice? Not on me. I think I've got that tucked away somewhere. It might be the sweet eel sauce that makes it for you. I mean, that's fair. My favorite my favorite roll is the Big O roll. Which I think is artificial crab. Well, I hardly have any rice. I will go on a rice quest tomorrow. But it's like artificial crab, cream cheese, the whole thing tempura battered and fried. And it's wonderful. I mean, it feels like it's not really sushi, but like, man, you tempura batter anything and I'm in. Let's get the watercress out of there. Been making a lot of baked potatoes. I've got lots more potatoes. Okay, but I don't have much crab. Okay, I need crab and rice. Lettuce, elderberries, mint. I think I'm deliberately leaving spinach out. Can't do anything with raspberries. I don't know. Maybe I don't worry about it. Maybe that. Vanilla. No, that's cinnamon. I don't think I use cinnamon. Do I? What do I have a lot of? I have a lot of cinnamon. Probably a good sign that I don't actually use it. I can use sugar cane. Alright. Fine. I'll use my sugar. Soft shell crab curry is the best? That sounds awesome. I would definitely try that. Japanese curry or something else. Thai soft shell curry is more creamy. Oh. Oh. Shoot. Alright. Open. I want to see if, like, nobody walks out due to impatience. You sit down and I will just get started. But when I was in South Korea for a bit, I had the good curry. And I feel like a lot of people who have had good curry know what I mean. Like, it's hard to get good curry in the US. I've got a couple of Indian restaurants that do alright. Went to one Indian restaurant. It was takeout only. And I got there a little early, and so I sat down at like one of their chairs at the front. And the doors were wide open, and bugs were just like crawling in from outside. I think there was like a free-range goat just hanging out. Like, it was... you know what? I'm gonna stop bad-mouthing the place and say it was the best curry I've ever had in my life. Because of course it was. There's just like a high chance of a grasshopper being in it. Even in Thailand, it's hard to buy. You may buy normal crab curry or buy frozen soft crab and cook it yourself. Neat. U.S. shops? That was a U.S. ramen shop. Or are you talking to Bourbon? Eating up local curry and ramen shops in Japan really ruined the U.S. shops for you? Yeah. It's like one of the worst things about traveling abroad. Like, you try like a foreign food here in America. Like, you go to like a Korean restaurant and you order something and you're like, oh, this isn't that good. Man, it's a shame that culture is not good at cooking food. And then you go to that country and you actually have like the food the way it's meant to taste, and it's the best thing you've ever eaten in your life. And then you crawl around town trying to like find somebody who can do it close to right. not to give away my location too much, but I did find like a Korean fusion place. It's like a Korean Mexican fusion, and they got Korean food right. Like, they're way off on Mexican food, of course, but like Korean food, they nailed it. They just had the flavor right, and it had the benefit of being in a taco. USA restaurant, what dishes do you recommend? You only know hamburgers? Well, hamburgers would be the dish I'd recommend in America, like all over the US. But like, the US is huge, and a lot of places do a lot of things differently. Like, if you end up in the middle of the US, I wouldn't recommend the seafood, but if you're in like California or Maine, like the southwest coast or the northeast coast, yeah, go seafood. Or maybe like Montana if you want like river fish. But like in the Midwest, they're a lot better at cooking like land animals like beef and pork. You want really spicy food? Louisiana seems to be the place to go. Get your blackened chicken. But yeah, it depends entirely on where you go. Like, in the US, there's even like different pizza in every section of the world. Like, so like a New York style pizza is different from like a Chicago pizza or a St. Louis pizza or a California pizza. I hear Portland, was it Portland or Seattle in the movie Inside Out? I hear they ruined pizza. Burgers or fried chicken for you? Yeah. Let's see, if you come to the US, I think the thing I can recommend above all else is probably beef. Like, just find a steak, burgers, and anything you can get, because it's gonna be like 3 times cheaper than anywhere else in the world. And I mean that because I'd go to like, I went to Outback Steakhouse in South Korea, and like the smallest steak they had was like $60. Which makes a lot of sense. There's not like a lot of land mass, so they have to import all their beef from like Australia. Though I did get really into gimbap for like $2. That was great. What about New Orleans chicken? Blackened chicken is the thing I can think of. That or Creole spices. Oh, that customer left. Why would they do that? What time is it? 9:50. I've got lots of energy. Let's just go until we close. But yeah, I'm probably not the guy to talk about Louisiana cooking. I don't do well in the deep south of the US. Like, I can't understand their accents. Which seems weird. You'd think a person in the US would be able to understand other people in the US, but when they hit you with that like Appalachian accent, like, no. I don't understand a word they say. I remember stopping for gas in Alabama once on a road trip to Florida. And like one of the pumps wasn't working and the attendant was trying to like tell me that. And the attendant was a guy with an Indian accent, like he was from India. But, you know, an Indian accent is actually just perfect English. But this guy with like the deepest Appalachian accent I've ever heard was just like, him Bob, you know, yeah, get on down to pump 6. And then you're like, what? He's like, he's trying to tell me like what the guy with the Indian accent is trying to tell me, but he's talking over him. And I'm like, sir, you're not using words. Please stop. I understand him perfectly. If you would just let him speak. Wait, you got $3.50 kimbap at your local Asian grocer here? Nice. Like, that's gotta be like the South Korean equivalent to ramen. Like, no matter how down on your luck you are, you know you're going to live because there's still gimbap. A raid? Jade Peppermint, thank you so much for the raid. How are you doing today? I hope you had a good stream. We were just talking about various foods. Korean food you love. Black noodle and bonchon chicken. I don't know what those mean. Can I not use this oven? Okay, I'll use this one. Peppermint Raid, you're mega tired. It is getting late, isn't it? I'm actually pretty tired. I did not spend this afternoon wisely. Like, I got off of work, I logged on to Satisfactory and started building a train. And it just kept going and going and going. It's gotta be like nearing 100 kilometers at this point. But like, I just zoned out for like 5 hours. Like, I put on a movie for the kids. I'm just like, don't wake me up when September ends. Could you guys get out? It is 1:30 a.m. Do you guys just never leave? I'm scheduled to die in 20 minutes. Satisfaction went down. Do I guess I need another cook. Oh god, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. Gonna die, gonna die, gonna die. Little girl, you're gonna have to carry me to the hospital. There we go. Whew. Had to shower you with love. Thank you, Jade Peppermint. I always appreciate it when you stop by. I need to catch one of your streams one of these days. You must stream in like the normal human hours of the day. When I'm off like raising kids or working or some nonsense like that. In Thailand, it's 9:26 a.m. Well, good morning. What are you doing up so early on a Saturday? Speaking of crab sushi, like the one thing I'm missing is crabs, but also rice. Okay. So we're missing two things. These guys are real slow movers. Not really, your stream times are a mess. Like, fair. I'm trying to be consistent, it's hard. Like, I'm doing a good job, but there's some days when I'm just like, I should not be awake right now. Big crab. Why are you running? Stop moving sporadically. Yeah, come for me, please. If you don't drop like 900 crab meats, I'm gonna be upset. Krabby Pete. There we go. 7 crab meats. Was that worth the number of arrows? It might have been. It takes like 3 to get out one of these guys. Let's do a cost-benefit analysis on the big guy. And get real close. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oop. Doesn't count. 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10. And I only got 4 from that guy. That guy wasn't worth it, but the other big guy was. If one of these guys just one time drops 2 crabs, like, they outdo the big crabs every time. You want to get this game? It's a good game. I still feel like it needs to cook for a little longer. But it's probably worth the price now. Like, we're not rushing or anything, but I think they only have up to Act 3. In about 10 hours, we're halfway through Act 2, so it's like 20 hours of content, give or take, right now. But it's fun. Ooh, that one came with pineapple seeds. Alright. I'm making tons and tons of mistakes. I need iron so I can buy my last fermentation thing. That 1 iron ore. Fantastic pun. Thank you. I've already moved on. I forgot what I said, but I'm sure it was great. You wake up to watch my Chef RPG gaming? Aw, that's sweet. There are some, like, countries that my schedule really works out for. In, like, Southeast Asia, works out really well. They give me it like either first thing in the morning on like Saturday morning or like late at night. Not late at night, but like a reasonable time at night. You know, because we're working on building the flour mill. Great. So one more thing. I can't give you the grains we carry in the store. I'm sorry, but my boss checks the inventory. Can you go collect some grains? Boss doesn't sound like a good person. Yeah, well, it's just a temporary job. My hope is to save up and run my own shop one day. That won't happen if she is taking losses out of my pay. I believe there's some wild sorghum plants growing near the cliffs of the old bathhouse. 30 should be enough. Do I have enough? I mean, you've got enough. I could just flat out buy them. But I think I've got a box full of sorghum in my hotel fridge. But most importantly, let's brew beer. Yay. Gotcha. Now, 12 iron ore for a boiling vat or 10 for a distiller. It's gonna be a while before I get those things. You there, do you have any actual meat? You got pork. I think I have enough money for an actual house now. Probably not if I keep spending it, but stuff. I need rice. I think there's wild rice up north. While we're in the neighborhood, I'll grab my sorghums. Sorghum? I've only got 20. I hope there's some sorghum up north. Take the mince while I can. You there, you're some kind of veggie. What are you? Wild rice. We can do it. We can do sushi now. This game has been high on your list. It is a good game. I do recommend it.